Hi friends, I'm Sawan Kumar, your friend, your guide, your support, your mentor, whatever you name. I'm Sawan Kumar, a chartered accountant by qualification as you all know, and an IT professional, speaker, and so many more things. Today we are gonna talk about something that we very often listen to it. We are always said that we should keep our mind open, we should have an open mind towards everything, we should learn from anything and everything. So when we say that and when we hear that, the first thing that comes to our mind is, what do we learn from? Where do we learn from? And in this series, we will be talking about a lot of things that we can learn from in our day-to-day life. That could be from nature, that could be from the animals, the trees, the different things that the nature gives us, and what we can learn from each and every element of nature. If we focus on and if we consciously think about, we can learn a lot from the nature. Because at the end of the day, if we can learn things from the nature, if we can make ourselves synchronized with the nature, we can live a real happy life. What makes us unhappy? What makes us sad? The most common reason is when we get out of sync with the nature. When we get out of sync with the nature, we get sad, we get depressed, we get angry, and similar things. That is not a natural thing for us. If we are consciously synced with the nature, if we change ourselves as the nature changes itself, when it's be it the seasons, so if it's winter season, the plants shed their trees. If it's summer season, if it's a rainy season, so you will see that how the nature beautifully interacts with each other and live a very happy life. The problem happens when we challenge that. The problem happens when we get out of sync. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Try to understand the concept of it. It is a very fine concept which we humans have failed, and we have, in the race of development and in the race of this artificial things with mobiles and 4Gs and 5Gs, we have taken ourselves away from nature somehow. In place of knowing ourselves better, in place of knowing this body better, we have tried to know everything else on earth. We have tried to understand and learn in our books, in our entire life. We try and know about everything else but this body and the natural things around us. We do not even bother to understand how this body functions or how the nature functions, because somehow this is an economic world. The companies that sell products to us do not want us to take our attention from their products to those non-economic products that they cannot manufacture, that they cannot sell. They always want to keep our focus on what? On the products that they manufacture. So that is something that very smartly, intelligently takes us away from nature and brings us to this hip of artificial world of iPhones and iPads and numerous other things, cars, bikes, helicopters, private jets, and God knows what not. So these consumer behaviors, so if you open your social media, you never get to see anything about nature, because nobody can sell nature, nobody can buy nature. That is available in abundance, and we cannot market or sell or buy it. It is not a product. So what we are getting to see every second of our life is those products that are being sold to us. And that is how we have made our life, because that is what is happening every moment of our life. In 24 hours, we are being made to think about all the artificial things around us. Not even a single minute do we get time to think about those natural things. And that is what takes us out of sync from the nature. So, in an attempt, if we talk on this topic, there will be a lot of things that we can talk and discuss about, because our human body and our human mind is also a part of nature. And what we have been trying to do is we have been trying to unplug it from the nature. We behave as if we are not a part of it. We destroy it as if we are not a part of it. We do everything that is possible to prove that we are not a part of it. In an attempt to prove whatever we do, we are a part of it, and we cannot just say that no, we are not a part of the nature. And when we are a part of the nature, it becomes our responsibility to protect, to save, and to be a part of the nature. Being the most smartest, being the most intelligent member of the family called the nature, be the animals and the birds and the trees, being the smartest and the most intelligent member of the family, it becomes our responsibility to protect everybody. It becomes our responsibility to protect the entire nature. But we often fail to do that. And that is more because we do not understand nature. We do not really understand nature. We cannot connect ourselves with nature. We do not connect with the trees. We do not connect with the animals and the birds. Because if we would have connected, we would have never gone out and cut the trees. If we would have connected, we would have never shoot a bird. If we would have connected, we would have never chopped a bird or an animal and ate it. That shows the extent of disconnect that we have with nature. Every single second of our day, I don't know how many millions of trees are being cut, how many millions and billions of animals are being killed, and so many similar things to destroy the nature. So let us come back. Let us try to come back and connect with the nature. And in an attempt to connect to the nature, we will be talking about how the nature teaches us a lot of precious lessons, what we can learn from nature. And today we will be talking about a tiger. Yes, the tiger. I chose to speak on tiger as the first topic because I could not think of anything more fierce, more powerful, more bold, more strong than a tiger. Let us talk about a tiger and what we learn from a tiger. What are the things that we as humans can learn and understand and can adopt from a tiger? If you talk about a tiger, what does the tiger say? When you see a tiger, what do you think is written on the wall? I don't talk much, but don't try me. That is what the nature is. I don't talk much, but don't try me. And we humans are trying the nature every second of our life. We are messing up with the nature. We are messing up with those tigers every single second of our life. So let's start with understanding what the tiger is, how we human beings can understand or learn a lot of things from those tigers. Tigers are the most remarkable animals in the world. The flashing stripes, killer speed, and stunning intelligence. This is what makes tiger look very different, stand out from the crowd of a lot of the other animals. The stripes that the tiger has got, the speed that the tiger has got, though it comes from the family of cats, it's the biggest animal, biggest of the family. Big in size, fast in speed, and whatnot. What does the tiger say? Be the voice and not the ego. What do we understand from being a tiger? Be the voice and not the ego. Do not repeat what others are saying. Do not be the followers. Be the voice in a group of people. Be the voice in the herd. Do not just be an echo. Do not just be an echo. We often end up being an echo of the leaders and the politicians and of the other people. But we should be the voice and not the echo. We have to learn how bold the tigers are. We have to learn how much of control they have. They wear the stripes with a pride, and they have the kind of confidence that you cannot think of when they stand with those stripes, and that shows the kind of boldness that this animal carries with itself. If we as human beings can control ourselves, if we as human beings can be a control freak, being a control freak does not mean, or does not necessarily it though sounds that it is a bad thing to be a control freak or being a very powerful person, but you'll see that most of the powerful people are very much in control of themselves. If you want to control, if you want to lead a group of people, you have to first lead yourself. You have to first be in complete control of yourself. You have to have that attitude of 100% in control. You cannot be out of control, and you cannot think of leading 1,000 or 2,000 people with yourself being out of control. You cannot. You have to be a control freak. And this control freak is about being in control of yourself, controlling your mind, controlling your body, control each and every action, controlling each and every thought of yourself. And when you are that kind of a control freak, and when you are in that kind of control of yourself, you are as bold as a tiger. You are as smart as a tiger. And what else do we learn? Be patient. A tiger is very patient until and unless it gets its food. It stays in patience. It waits for the right time, when to attack, when not to attack. It just keeps waiting. So if you want to achieve big things, if you want to achieve your target, if you want to win, then you have to have patience. It is said that move in silence. Do not let anybody know your next move. So we as humans should move in silence. We as human beings should be patient and wait for the target, wait for the achievement, and then maybe make the noise. Or even better, if you do not make the noise ever, we achieve our target, we achieve our benchmark, and then we move to our next target and the next success. That is how, and that is what the tigers teach us. Next is being focused. Extreme focus is one of the most important traits of a tiger that makes it win big, that makes it achieve what it wants, that makes it so strong and so powerful, because it is so focused. And the tigers say, I will win, not immediately but definitely. I will win, not immediately but definitely. That is what a tiger says. So do you understand the importance of being focused? Focus on what you care about. Focus on what your target is. Focus on your achievements. Do not get distracted. Do not get disturbed by the echo. People making those echo noises. Do not be distracted by those things. Be focused and be targeted. And that is how the tigers are. And the most important thing, the most unique character of a tiger, being intelligent. Make your mind sharper than your tongue. Very often we human beings fail to understand this. We make our tongue sharper than our mind. If you see a tiger, its mind is a lot more sharper than its teeth. So we need to understand that how we can make our mind sharper, shrewd, intelligent than our tongue. We speak a lot, but we think less. That is what most of us do. We think very less. We speak whatever we can, but we very often choose to ignore thinking about what we are speaking. So let us understand this and be intelligent, be sharp from the mind and not from your tongue. Forget the mistakes. Forget the mistakes. But remember the lesson. Do not forget the lesson. But make sure that you forget the mistakes. Be aggressive. Be extremely aggressive like a tiger. Do not just give up. Do not let anybody else take you over. Make sure that you win, and make sure you do not stop until you win. Make sure that you are so focused and so much in control of yourself and so aggressive that you cannot lose. You are putting up your best, you are giving your 200%, and you are so aggressive with your actions that the others feel scared of you, feel afraid of you, feel not to mess with you. If you are able to be that aggressive, you win the world. Never be ashamed of the scar. Never be ashamed of the scar. It simply means you were stronger than whatever tried to hurt you. So, if you are stronger than whatever tried to stop you, if you are stronger than whatever tried to hurt you, do not be ashamed. Do not feel bad about the scars that you have got. Do not be afraid of the failures. Do not be shy of the failures. Win over those. Win like a tiger. Be like a tiger. And this was what we learned from a tiger. As human beings, we need to learn similar lessons from many more animals and many more natural things, and we will be discussing those in other videos. So if you have any comments for me, if you liked the video, if you did not like the video, any questions, any comments, do make sure that you are asking those in the comments below. And if you liked the channel, the videos, make sure that you subscribe the channel. Have a great day.